Welcome back, everyone, and I do mean everyone, to the Forgotten Circus. So it looks like James Gunn and DC Warner Bros. Have found their Supergirl, Millie Alcock. Pause. What I think about this phenomenal casting for Supergirl, and it's going to be called The Woman of Tomorrow. So I think she's going to get her own movie, possibly maybe some TV show, but it's all going to lead into James Gunn's new vision of the DC universe, which I was not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was on board at the beginning a little bit, but then I kind of faltered when he started basically getting rid of everything Zack Snyder did with. And I understand that you want your own vision. I do understand that James Gunn wants his own vision, and he wants everybody. He wants to have a younger superhero presence in the DC. So he's doing something a little bit out of the ordinary, because now they're not established. A lot of these characters and these superheroes are not established yet. They're younger, and I see what his vision is. He wants to do it for the long haul. The long haul. So you make them younger, and then you can do a lot of movies with them because they're still young as actors and actresses, and then you could build to your universe. But Millie, that's a good, and I feel sorry for Sasha Kale because she was one of the brighter points in the Flash. She may have been hands down the best part of the Flash movie, her Supergirl. But that's Zack Snyder's vision. This is James Gunn's vision. Understandable. You want to start all over. That's why they ripped it all down. They got rid of that DCEU, and they're going with the DCU. But Millie Alcock, let me just start with this actress. She is a phenomenal actress. If you watched House of the Dragon for those 4 to 5 episodes that she was in before they did the age jump, and when they did that age jump, and they warned you about it because they knew that you fell in love with her character and her screen presence. She was phenomenal in House of Dragon for somebody that just did not have they just didn't have the background of being in a lot of stuff like some of these other actresses, and she was holding her own against established actors and actresses, no problem. It seems like she belonged there, and I think this is great casting. The only problem I have for Millie Alcock, pause, is that if you're successful in this, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is a big hit in the James Gunn universe, DC universe. You're going to be, if it's successful, you're tied to a whole franchise now. You're tied to a whole legacy. So this may limit the jobs that you can get, but hey, if you lock this in, you're locked in for like eight nine movies or something, like, because you're going to probably appear in the younger Justice League, your own movies, maybe TV shows, crossovers. You're locked in for a while, so you're still very young, and that's a good start. But I just don't want it to hinder her career because I'm pretty sure that her acting proud can be very expansive. She can do all types of roles. But I really do like I like the casting. It's, she hit the ground running. Sometimes you need that spark, and you got the spark from a Game of Thrones series, House of the Dragon. So you're already top shelf. You are fine wine up there. And now if you do this, it's just showing your expand. So you already done the drama, and now you're going to do the superhero genre. Good move. Good move, but I just don't want them to keep you totally locked in. I want you to be able to do other stuff as well because I want to see your expanse as an actress because I just it's just great casting. Because I know I keep going back to it after seeing her in House of Dragon. I was wondering, I was like, where is she at? Like, why isn't this girl getting more roles? Like, it was awfully quiet about her, and then all of a sudden, this pops up, and I'm like, oh, smart, very smart young lady. She knows what she's doing. Just stay out of trouble, no drama. James Gunn everybody seems to love to work with him. So this is going to boost your career a lot. So this is all going to tie into obviously the Superman legacy, and that's coming out in what 2025. So we got David Corn Sweat, which is playing Superman as well. Um, Still wish you would have kept Henry Cavill. That would have been nice. But I understand you're tearing it down. You want your own vision. Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor. I mean, it could go on. This is about Supergirl, but it's all obviously going to tie into this because it got Kryptonians. But for my thing is like, if you know the comic books and stuff, there's a lot of different variations. So, um, yeah, it seems like a lot of Kryptonians got off that planet. You'll see later. I hope he does that. I hope that James Gunn gets into Rise of the Superman too as a part of this. Instead of doing like you can still do your Justice League, but do the Rise of Death of Superman, right? Because he's still young. This is going to work out perfect. He's going younger. The only problem I have is with Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, whatever, playing like the Green Lantern type. I think he's going to be like an older Green Lantern that's eventually going to pass the torch to somebody that's younger to fit the younger cast. I think they did need some type of star power, an older mentor to him, and I believe that they're probably going to go with a younger Batman. You're probably not going to see Bruce Wayne just yet. Um, but yeah, let me get back to Supergirl. It's that's going to be something. But with this Supergirl, James Gunn, I know you like to make stuff funny, but you can do some serious stuff. You've done a lot of serious stuff in the past. I want a more dark, gritty Supergirl. Dark, gritty, blue collar, all the way in. You know, let's get a little bit more dark and gritty. Not fun. I know you're gonna make it a little funny. That's that's your style. But she does have that presence. She lights up the room. You can tell as soon as she walks in, she just lights up the room. Um, with another thing too with her, I want the backstory tied. So if we can't just have Supergirl come out of nowhere, right, and then have Superman over here, and then there's got to be. We want to build a story to that, so they kind of know of each other, but haven't met each other yet. So that would be a good spin because they're all younger. So if you're going younger like that, it works. So you're going to like I don't know, late teens, early 20s, and they're still trying to find themselves. So they've heard of each other, and because it's going to be a very integral part. And I like how being real quiet about it. See, WB is doing they're doing the cast and they're giving you cast and they're not saying anything about scripts or anything like that. They're doing I mean, there's all rumors about scripts and they're walking you in because this is going to be a whole new I don't call it a reboot. I don't think I can call it a reboot with what they're doing here. I think it's just starting. It's well, reboot and starting over is basically the same thing. No, starting with a new vision, and I'm proud of that girl. That's something, and this is a casting I actually really like, and I think she's going to nail it out the park. And this is when, so all eyes are going to. You are Supergirl now, Millie Alcock. Pause. You are Supergirl now. Like people don't realize. You would think, if looking on the outside in, like, oh yeah, it's just Supergirl. Supergirl is very important. She's just as important as Superman. They're hand in hand. That's a big thing to take on, especially in a new universe. Uh, uh, Applause to you. That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be good. And I was kind of worried, as we all were about. You know how James Gunn is sometimes, because sometimes it's hit or miss, and you know he likes casting everybody that he's close to, but it seems like he's going out the box on this one. He's like, yeah, I can still put my people in there, like my brother, my wife, and certain things. Well, his wife's already in Peacemaker, so that's fine, and that's all going to tie into. That's going to be their gritty side. I actually would like to see Supergirl team up with Peacemaker in the TV show a little bit, like for one time, like, oh, we couldn't get Superman. He's I don't know, he's busy. Like, wait a second. Let's call him Supergirl. Yeah, she gave me she gave me her number a long time ago. I think she liked me. You know how John Cena could pull that off. and just have her come in the TV series because I'm pretty sure that's his other baby. And the Peacemaker was great. I don't care what anybody says. Dude. That show was absolutely great, and just to bring her in there for a couple episodes, and then that's how you kind of introduce her. So you see like the funny, gritty side of um, Peacemaker when she's in there, and then you go into like Supergirl and then the Superman Legacy. Because I'm pretty sure Superman Legacy is going to come out first, but I really think that James Gunn could write her into the Peacemaker series. Since he's going to do a couple more seasons of that. Seasons of that. That would be funny, and see her in that. Like, what am I getting myself into? You know. But I don't know. I'm pretty pumped about this. I really like Millie Alcock. I think she's going to pause. I think she's going to be great. I think this vision, it's starting to grow on me, James Gunn. Starting to grow on me, but we haven't seen anything yet. So we got to see the first film, and then we'll know what to work with. But great casting. So anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. It only takes one little click trying to build this channel, and I want everybody to subscribe, and I do mean everyone.